Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite quizzing channel, Whiz. You're here with your very own host master, Priyadarshan, and I'm here to tell you the answers of the five interesting questions that I'd asked you yesterday. And obviously, to add to your knowledge, I'm also here to ask you five more interesting new questions. So I know some of you would have been waiting for my video, if not all. So without wasting any further time, I'll start off with the answers first. So here is the answers for yesterday's five questions, starting with question number one. Except for Russia, South Korea, and Japan, Google is the market leader in every country in the world. Who is the market leader in these three countries? So, well, this may be a bit of surprise for those of you who did not know the answer. For those of you who got it, very well done, congratulations. The answer for this question is Yandex. So, moving on to question number two, I'd shown you a picture of a gentleman, and the question was, the person in the picture was convinced to become the first employee of a particular organization. You had to tell me the name of the person and also the name of the person who convinced him to join the organization if you want full marks. So the name of the person in the picture is Shel Kaphan, and he is Amazon's first employee. So Shell was a California-based programmer when Jeff Bezos convinced him to join the company. And well, as they say, the rest is history. So that was question number two. Moving on to question number three. Again, a visual question. You could see the picture or the portrait of Queen Isabella of Castile. What was her biggest contribution to the game of chess? So, it wasn't until the Reconquista Spain with its powerful Queen Isabella that the queen became the strongest piece on the board. Initially, the queen on the chessboard could only move one square at a time diagonally. Later, she could move two squares at a time diagonally. And now, as the game progressed, we all know that the queen is the most powerful piece on the chessboard. So that is where we get that from. Moving on to question number four for yesterday. Here it is. Who was the first US president to be assassinated? So out of the five questions that I asked you yesterday, I feel this one was the easier one of the lot. The answer for this question is Abraham Lincoln. And I think most of you would have got this one. So let's not waste a lot of time on this question and move on to our last question for yesterday. So here it is. What appeared for the first time in the Times newspaper in the year 1914? So this was in this year in the edition of the Times newspaper, the first ever photograph appeared in newspaper. So that was the answer for the fifth question. And now it's time to move on to the five questions for today. So here is question number one coming your way. Now, before I ask you the question, have a good look at the image that's coming up on your screen right about now. So now that you've seen the image, here is the question. The name of the building is Ericsson Globe. It took 2.5 years to build this indoor arena in Stockholm, Sweden. Since 1989, when it was opened for the public, the arena has hosted events of many celebrities like Lady Gaga and Beyonce. This is the largest in the world in its category of buildings. So which is this particular category that we are talking about? Moving on to question number two for today, here it is. He filed his first patent in 1857 for a gas meter. He also established 90 armament factories by the time of his death. He owned Bofors. So who are we talking about? So who is this inventive genius that we are talking about? So that was question number two. Moving on to question number three for today. Again, a visual connect question. So have a good look at both the images coming up on your screen right about now. So now that you've seen, all I want you to do is connect the two images. The person in the picture, he is known as the father of Miami and Palm Beach, Florida. Now that is the clue for you. So let's see how many of you are able to crack this. Moving on to question number 4. One more visual question coming your way, but this one is very tasty. So have a good look at the image coming on your screen right about now. So now that you've seen it, here is the question. This entity realized too many people visited the shop but left without buying because they were hungry. That is when they started the first of the restaurants in their shop in the year 1960. So which entity are we talking about? And that brings us to our last question for today. So here is question number 5. Which is the oldest registered distillery in the USA? I think many of you should be able to crack this. Let's see what sort of response we get for these 5 questions. Whatever your guesses, whatever your answers, do not forget to leave it in the comment section below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will be back tomorrow with some more answers and some more questions. So do stay tuned in. Till then, please stay safe, take care and a very, very good night.